everybody. Welcome back to the Gaming Corner podcast. I am your host, Josiah.
And I'm Jonathan.
And today we have a very, very special guest, Mr. Endo. This is a very wonderful occasion. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is, I've never done a podcast before, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we've never had you on here before, which, no way, it's a shocker. We're very honored to have you on. We've seen your videos forever. I think I've been subscribed since, I don't know if I said 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. So,
oh wow,
yeah, I've been loving your
Nice.
videos. I kid you not, I was just watching your Mario Wonder video, your sequel to Mario Wonder, and can I say your videos are done so well.
thank you so much. There's so much effort, and there's a bit of a risk when putting a lot of effort into videos like these because obviously, you know, they could flop.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, as long as you know people are enjoying them, I'm kind of happy.
We're definitely enjoying them, so you're doing something right.
Yeah, I see that a lot in comments.
We're very proud to have you on. So you do YouTube. Is there anything else that you do?
Not really. I mean, I tried streaming before YouTube on Twitch. I didn't do anything else, you know, I didn't promote it at all, so I only got to like 80 followers. Kind of had a little bit of revelation with YouTube, put a bunch of effort in, just tried to make as good as possible videos as I can make, and that's been working, so.
Yeah, moving on from that, let's get right into our latest gaming announcements. Hey, quick reminder that the entire episode is available on Patreon, unedited, unfiltered. Everything that we say you can hear on there because I don't know if you know this, but in our podcast episodes, a lot of things are cut out and cut down. So if you want to check out everything that we've talked about, make sure to go over to our Patreon. Thank you guys, and we'll continue with the episode. So first of all, Discord had their fun April Fool video, which came up to somehow 1.4 billion views within 24 hours. For a little bit of context, on April Fool's Day in 2024, Discord launched loot boxes with clown-themed cosmetic items as just a humorous addition. However, the in-app notification containing the announcement video inadvertently caused a massive spike in YouTube videos, exceeding over 100 million. So basically what happened was, it's a view bot. Okay, I don't know if you know what a view bot is, but they accidentally created a view bot which basically watches a video over and over and over. So to picture how this happened, people will open their computers and just step away for a bit. Well, that video kept looping and looping and looping and looping. And every single time it looped the 17-second video, it turned into this big view bot. And
I don't understand how this works because I've noticed that YouTube's really good at like telling whether it's a real person or not watching a video.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they've done for this. It must have been expensive as well.
Oh, that must have been very expensive. Thankfully, they fixed the issue. I think it's back at 3.2 million views, so it's back where it should be.
Man.
Yeah, we didn't get our views. No, but yeah, I just think it's really cool and kind of freaky how Discord's April Fool's video got 1.4 billion views. That is more views than the GTA 6 trailer got. And it was that like the most viewed video in 24 hours? I think that was at least one of them.
Yep.
Minecraft movie is currently being produced, slated for release on April 4th, 2024, with notable actors and a director attached. Although plot details are limited, it promises to honor the game's visual aesthetics. Recently, a user named JosiahP shared photos of a prop tree from the movie found near the production studio, hinting at the faith recreation of the confirming, yes, trees do in fact exist.
I knew it. Trees do exist. I found these images a while ago. It was just a few images. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
I haven't.
No, you haven't?
I haven't either.
No, I'll try to find the image really quick and send it to you guys, but whoever's watching right now will probably be able to pull it up on screen because we're a video podcast every now and then. But basically they are just Minecraft trees, but like realistic Minecraft trees, and they're really cool. They look very interesting.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like if you got a really cool texture pack on Minecraft, basically.
Yeah, so like Minecraft RTX. That's all it is.
That's weird.
Yeah. And from what I've heard,
Cool.
I think it's Jared Hess that is directing the movie. He did Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that movie. But Jack Black is also supposed to have something to do with the movie. So Jack Black is just taking over the animation industry. Well, this is a live action movie, so I can't even say that. But yeah, just Google Minecraft tree, and you'll see just a bunch of images from other angles. But yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
ridiculous. It's interesting that they've gone for a live action approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how they're going to do it, but with Minecraft and how big of a franchise it is, it's going to be cool. I think they'll be able to pull it off, and I'm excited to see what they do with it.
A new Mario RPG is possibly releasing. Nintendo is generating excitement among Mario fans with a recent survey hinting at potential developments in the beloved Mario series. The survey addresses titles like Paper Mario, Super Mario RPG, and Mario & Luigi, sparking speculation about potential returns. Questions delve into gameplay mechanics, including battle systems and characters. Given the bankruptcy of Mario and Luigi's developer Alpha Dream and the lack of recent releases, Nintendo's mention of the series in this survey is seen as a positive sign for its future.
A lot of people will say that this is kind of irrelevant, but I feel like as they have all these surveys, they've done this exact same thing with WarioWare in the past.
I remember that. With the pricing for it?
Yeah, well, both that and also just the things that were included in the game. Most of the tools that were included there were listed in a survey. And this survey was really saying, what did you like about the Mario and Luigi franchise? They were really going into deep in with Mario and Luigi. So I feel like Mario and Luigi could have a new remake or a new game. But like John said, with Alpha Dream being gone, it's just not going to feel the same. It's just going to feel a little bit different. I'm sure they can pull it off, but it's just going to be different from what we were all used to.
I've never actually played a Mario RPG game. Actually, I've played a bit of the original on the SNES. I've got one of the SNES Classic Minis, but that's literally it. I haven't played any of like the Paper Marios or anything like that.
I'll tell you what, they are very good. I actually got my copy of Paper Mario. Have you ever heard of DK Oldies?
Yes.
Okay, well, they accidentally sent me a copy for free.
Nice.
I ordered an N64 cover, like, for the expansion pack, and they accidentally sent me that instead. So, yeah, I've told that story a billion times, but I thought it'd be fun to bring it up again.
I might consider the Thousand Year Door remake, just because that's, apparently it's like the pinnacle of Paper Mario. So, a Nintendo Switch 2 dock patent has been filed, approved on the 2nd of April 2024, filed on July 12th, 2021. A new rendition of the Nintendo Switch dock has surfaced. By taking a look at the patent, the front looks the same, but the back is where it's at. Behind the flap where the cords go, the port can now swivel round, making the dock accessible for even more setups. There are now 2 spots at the back of the dock for cords to exit. While not the biggest deal, this could be a new inclusion for the Switch 2. It would make it far more convenient.
I think it's a good idea, but like, does it have a limit on how far it can go? Because the cords in there are eventually going to like mess up really bad.
Right.
So
they could get all wrapped around
if you keep just spinning it round and round and round. Yeah,
it's
twist up.
I hope that there's going to be like a limit to, like, you can only do it on this far or that far. And once again, this is only a patent. There's no guarantee that this is actually going to happen. They're just saying, if we would do something like this, we can do it. This has a very promising look, and I think it could be something really cool for when the Switch 2 releases. This is a very promising addition to the Switch, and I'm very excited to see, where it goes.
Yeah, it's very basic and simple, so it is, it's incredibly feasible for becoming a thing, and it looks like it's a whole like little module, so maybe there's more components in there. Who knows? The dock itself looks the same as the normal Switch one. I wonder if that's... I don't think that means the Switch 2 dock is going to look like that. I reckon it's just for placement purposes, just so, for reference.
Well, since the latest game releases only include one game, we're just going to talk about that right now, so let's get right into that. So, recently, Princess Peach Showtime has released for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I have gotten a chance to only play the demo. I don't know about you guys, but from what I've played, I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, I played the demo as well. It was quite fun.
I haven't played it at all. I've seen a bunch of adverts for it. I was actually at the cinema the other day and I saw it there and I thought it was kind of interesting.
Oh, really?
It does look really cool.
It is.
I believe it's the first Peach game since the one on the DS, right?
Yeah, this is...
I can't remember what that was about.
Yeah, actually, when I first saw this release, the first thing that popped in my mind is this a sequel to Super Princess Peach on the DS? Because it gives that style, and I wish that they would have had more inclusions in that game. Princess Peach Showtime is a very good game. If you want to learn more about that, Preston from Off the Wall actually has a new video for pros and Joy-Con, so he's going to be going over all of that, and he's played it to 110% is what we like to call it, and he really enjoyed it from what he's told me. And yeah, I feel like you guys are really gonna have a good time when the video comes out. And it's just, he did such a good job playing it, reviewing it. The game is, from how he made it sound, very, very good. It's a very intriguing game, but it's also a very easy game.
What genre is it? Is it like a platformer or an RPG or
It's
what?
more of a platformer. Well, it's a bunch of genres moved into one, because each level is a different genre. So one's like a detective thing where you're like a Detective Pikachu game. And then the next level is like a swimming level. Then one is like an ice skating level, and one's a cowboy. There's a bunch of them. But they're all different genres, and they all switch gameplay style. So sometimes it's a platformer. I think sometimes it's like a like a duck hunt shooter, I think, if I saw it one shot correctly. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've only ever played a level in the demo. But from what I've seen, it's a very good game, and I'm very excited to pick it up. But speaking of which, let's move right on to the games that we picked up and what we are playing. Lately, my birthday happened, which is a very fun thing, so you know what that means, Mickey Mousecapade. So yeah, I got a free copy of Mickey Mousecapade from the Retrologic Discord server. They do their Free Stuff Fridays, and I just so happened to get Mickey Mousecapade. And I got that the day after my birthday, which was really awesome, so birthday
That
luck
is awesome.
coming in awesome. It's a very fun game. I don't know if you've ever played it, but it is a very addicting game. It's a very fun game. It's very underrated. It's a very good game. Good game.
Yeah.
You got that for free.
Yeah, just got it for free.
That's great. Wait, how does? So this is on a Discord server. I don't understand how this works.
Yeah, so like every few
People just give you free stuff.
So every few Fridays, there we go. They will do something called Free Stuff Friday, where you just enter your name into a giant list of people, and they'll spin a wheel, and whoever it lands on will get the game that they're showing. Usually it's not a big game like a Mario or Zelda game. It's just like smaller games that collectors either got a double copy of or don't want in their collection anymore, and are just like, hey, if you want it, you can have it for free. Just a fun way to get rid of
That's really cool.
shovelware that they don't really want.
Yeah, that's awesome.
From there, I also went to a game store, The Exchange, which I've actually done a video for. I picked up 2 games, Anticipation for the NES and Populous for the SNES. Anticipation, while I've tried to get it to work, doesn't. So I've played it on... Well, I watched a few videos on it, and it seems like a party game. I'm trying to clean it, fix it up. I'm trying to get it to work. It's not working for me, but I hope it's a good game. It just looks like a cheap shovelware game, so I'm not too excited about it. But Populous, that is a very fun game. It's almost like Sim City, but like you wreak havoc on everybody and everything. You cause natural disasters, and this was all on the Super Nintendo. The weirdest thing is I don't think it's using the SNES mouse. I wish it was, because that would have been a really cool thing, because it's a point and click game. But I wish it used the mouse, because that would have made it so much easier, because it's at an isometric view, almost like Super Mario RPG, and it doesn't work very well with that design, but I think with a mouse it could work cool.
That's cool. I wonder if maybe it released before the mouse did, possibly. That might be a reason.
Yeah,
no idea.
That's what happened. I don't know if it released on some PC. Yeah, was it the Amiga something. It released on a PC or a previous console, something like that. But they just brought it over to the SNES, and yeah, I think it plays fine. Just a weird control setup.
I have been playing a lot of different games, but first of all is Rune Factory 4 on the 3DS.
Ooh.
I played it a little bit. It's cool. Super Mario RPG on the Switch. I got to like the castle town or whatever before I had to stop.
Oh, nice.
Tomodachi Life on the 3DS. Miitopia
Nice.
for the Switch. Both are awesome games.
Oh yeah, Tomodachi Life.
I love the Mii games. They're super
Yeah,
awesome.
the Mii games are very fun. Like all the Wii Sports games and all. They're very fun.
I also played the Princess Peach Showtime demo, as I did before, and I played Super Mario 64 on the Switch.
What did you play 64 on? Did you play it on 3D All Stars or Switch Online, or what did you play it on?
3D All Stars.
3D All Stars is nice. I think that was the first time that I had ever played 64. The weirdest thing is because it's based on the Shindu edition, which was like a 1997 remake of the game. It was brought over to Japan once more. They added like rumble support, a few extra things, but it got rid of the backwards long jump, which made it very hard for speedrunners. So yeah, if you ever wonder, hey, why can't I backwards long jump in the game? That's why. Just
Yep.
Yeah, but at least that version's got rumble, right, on the Switch?
Yeah,
if I remember
does.
correctly.
And also the button placements are actually comfortable in your hand, and they don't feel like they want to break your thumb.
Yeah, N64 Online, there's a few games where it doesn't work unless you get the exclusive controller.
Yeah.
I've considered getting it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of extra little things that the original N64 controller doesn't have.
Yeah, it's just really expensive. I would love to have it for like the novelty of having it and maybe using it every now and then, but I feel like just for a few select games, I can go without it for a bit. I would definitely get it eventually, but for now I'm good.
Yeah. I've got the SNES controller because I thought that was really cool because it's
nice.
like It's very similar to the one that's in the SNES Mini, actually,
Mhm.
except, it's wireless. You can plug it in with USB-C.
Yeah.
And it's got a couple of extra triggers on the back.
Mhm.
So I mostly used it for playing Mario Maker 2, because that's kind of the perfect game for it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
easily.
And Mario Kart, it's basically, I don't know, there's a few games support it, and a lot of games don't, because it treats the D-pad as a D-pad and not the stick. So you
Yeah.
can't use it in Smash Bros, for example, to move around. You'll taunt if you use the D-pad.
Yeah,
But
that's gotta be
it's
fixed
cool
at
in
some
a few
point.
games. Finally bought GTA 5. I've never had it before, and I feel like I've missed out on like a key part of my childhood. But I got back from my travels and I had a tiny bit of money left. I don't have too much money at the moment because I spent it all traveling. But it was discounted. It was, I think, £12.50.
Oh, wow.
And then I paid another £7 for PlayStation Online, which is a bit annoying because
Yeah.
I don't use PS Plus too often. But yeah, I've got that, and I've just been messing around in GTA Online with some friends, and it's been really cool. I'm still figuring things out, like how to do missions and stuff. I haven't bothered with the campaign, actually. I've just been messing around with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun. I had a taste of it on my cousin's PS5 in Australia, and it runs better on that, definitely. And it has all the nice, a few upgrades for the PS5 as well, like the adaptive triggers support and better performance.
Nice.
But yeah, I just fell in love with it. Just going in cars, running people over, and just letting the intrusive thoughts win.
Yeah, I've never really been into GTA, but I feel like I would if I really tried. I've just never really been into that genre of games, but yeah, I feel like a story is what closely. And I feel like GTA is a much more open world game, which I like every now and then, but I just don't feel like GTA is for me. But yeah.
There's different ways to play it, I think. There's no wrong way of playing it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can find fun in it in some way or another. As I said, I'm not into the campaign. I don't want to spend too much time in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just messing around with friends. It was fun.
Nice.
And I've been really getting into just party games. This past year, I don't know why, I've kind of moved from enjoying some nice single player games to just not even online multiplayer, but specifically ones where you can play with your friends just at your house in split screen.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart.
Nice.
There's another game called it's called Stick Fight. I got it for like £3 on eShop. That's fun. It's just like stick people fighting.
That's cool.
Yeah, and there's another one called Heave Ho on the Switch, where essentially you're these little like creatures with two arms, and you control both of the arms, and you grab with the triggers, and you try and get to the goal basically, and it can be quite hectic with friends, especially if you're playing against them.
Okay, I think I've heard of it a bit, and from what I know, it has a lot of good ratings. Like, it's a very praised game.
Yeah, I think it's underrated because it's
Yeah.
so cheap as well. That's the thing with a lot of eShop games. It's a bit hit and miss whether or not you're going to get a good game if it's so cheap. But I've been really pleased with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of Mario Kart as well because of the booster course pass.
Oh yeah.
Obviously not as much recently because I've been traveling, but I've been enjoying. They've added so many classics that I've been waiting for. Like the Wii Rainbow Road and stuff.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of other Rainbow Roads, 3DS Rainbow Road, Coconut Mall, Maple Tree Way. It's all my childhood, really. All the Wii ones.
Oh yeah.
So I've been loving that.
Yeah.
And I've been playing a few games while I've been away, actually. My cousins they've got an Xbox and a Wii, actually. They have a Wii hooked up to a giant 4K TV. But we were playing a game called Gang Beasts on Xbox. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I've not. Tell me about it.
I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard of it either.
They're basically like these drunk, like jelly baby type people that you fight to the death. You knock people out, you throw them off, and they just run really funny.
Okay.
And you can get it on the Switch. It doesn't run too well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's super fun.
That
It's
seems
like
really
£20.
cool. Oh wow, nice.
Tears of the Kingdom as well. I still haven't finished it, which is kind of shocking given I've made a few videos on it, and I feel like I should probably have finished it to know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
the last part I have to do is the ending, and I just haven't brought myself to do it because I don't want it to finish. It's so good. I had a similar issue with the first game. With the first game, I 100%ed it, except for the Korok seeds before actually finishing it, because I wanted to get the most out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a project for me to actually finish it.
Nice.
Yeah. Especially since there's like 2 times as much stuff in the game.
Oh,
yeah,
easily.
it's ridiculous. It's insane. Getting all the light root seeds and everything as well. It's going to be a grind, but yeah. I don't know if you probably have completed it if you guys have it, but I don't know when I'm ready to actually fight Ganondorf, like in terms of what stuff I need to get and stuff. So
fun story. I don't actually own the game. John does. He paid the whole $70 for it, and we made fun of him because a month later it went down to 60. So
that's interesting.
We just had a fun time.
A bunch of Americans complaining about the whole like $70 thing, but in England, most of these games are £60 anyway, which is probably about $70. Pretty much every game, every major Switch game is £60 and around that price.
Seriously?
So,
how?
Yeah, things are expensive in England.
How do you guys afford that?
I know. Yeah, we have to be selective with our games, but at the same time, we've had the I can't remember what it's called, the coupons where you can pay a bit less for 2 downloads. We've had that forever. I think in America they discontinued it for a little while. So at least we've had that.
Yeah, I try to keep my games cheap. So what I do is I will always like buy whenever possible. I will try to buy like a pre-owned game or a game that's discounted. Just trying to save some money. Because you know, as somebody who's under 18 years old, it's hard to afford things.
Right.
Yeah. When you don't have a steady income.
Yeah, and pre-owned games are kind of the best things to get pre-owned anyway, because you know, as long as the card's not damaged, it doesn't really matter who's owned it before.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there are some things that need to be pre-owned and some things that don't. So like pre-owned bread, that doesn't work.
There is a weird stigma about pre-owned things in general. Like a lot of things are technically pre-owned, but people don't care about it. Like you'll go to a restaurant and people have used your cutlery before.
Yeah.
Or probably the house that you're living in is pre-owned, you know?
Yeah.
People don't really care about that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like a phone or something, that's when people start to care.
Yeah.
That's true.
I got my first phone, I think it was pre-owned, because it was like a lot cheaper. I think well, it's the one that I have now. It was just an open box, which just means somebody had it, they opened it, they were like, absolutely not, closed it, sent it back. They didn't touch it.
Nice.
It was 50,
what phone is it?
It's the Google Pixel 8, because I am an owner of a Google Pixel 8, because I have to. It's very fast, it's very nice, I like it.
Nice. If I got an Android phone, I'd definitely get a Pixel, because they have very similar hardware software integration that Apple does.
Oh yeah.
You know, they got their own like proprietary chips and everything, and they make Android. So
yeah. It's a very good phone.
Yeah, I bet. And the photos on the Pixel, I've heard, are really good as well.
They are better than any other phone that I've ever taken a photo from. And that's saying from somebody who's taken photos from the iPhone 15 and the S22. No, the S24. Sorry. The Pixel is very good.
I've got a 14 Pro, and I kind of got it as an investment for the channel. At least that was my reasoning for it, for specifically the video quality. I think when it comes to video quality, Apple tends to dominate that part of photography and videography. So for the few times that I do record like in real life stuff, either green screen or just kind of some B-roll, I'll use that, and that's really good. I don't need a full proper like DSLR for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got this mode called cinematic mode, where it gives a really shallow depth of field, and it looks like a professional camera almost, and that can be quite good for B-roll.
That's awesome. I wish I had an iPhone, but like I'm content with my Android.
Yeah, it's a Pixel. I would be too.
Yeah.
My cousins actually showed me this game in Australia on their Xbox. I think they got it with Game Pass, but it's actually like 10 years old or something. I think it came out in 2011. It's a game called Speedrunners.
Okay.
And the whole goal of it is to run fast. It's a speedrun game. You compete against up to 4 people locally and probably online.
Nice.
And there's a big learning curve, but once I got the hang of it, it's really fun to just streamline, and it's just satisfying to essentially just do some platforming and swinging from like grapple hooks and stuff, and just get to the end as fast as possible and do laps.
Sounds fun.
It's a cool game. I'd recommend.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So you were just talking about the game speedrunners.
Yep.
Well, let's make an anti-cringy speedrun into our GCP topic. So what's going to happen is our topic for today is our dream Nintendo system. This is not what we think Nintendo is going to do. This is just what we want. We can integrate as much as we want into the system. We can do as much as we want. Just keep in mind, Nintendo's probably not doing this. Take everything we say with a grain of salt. Pretend it's
just
April
our
Fool's
dream,
Day.
that's all.
Yeah, it's our dream. It's our wonderful, beautiful, amazing dream. So just take
Not
everything
reality.
we say with a grain of salt. Yeah, this is not the real life. It's anti-Bohemian Rhapsody. So what I came up with is a system called the Nintendo Infinity. Okay, I thought it was a cool name. Just thought it was cool. The base for it is going to be disc, like how you're going to be able to play the games. It's going to be a disc system. However, it's going to have a few more additions when I get into that. So it's going to have 128 gigs of storage, which I thought was quite a bit. But in our current day and age, it has to have a lot of storage because these games are getting big, like big games. These are getting to be huge files, and you need to have a lot of storage to play these games.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive that, Tears of the Kingdom is almost, I'd say, double the size of Breath of the Wild, and yet it's only another 3 gigabytes compared to the original game. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
They really know their hardware.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It also kind of goes to show how much they've learned about their hardware and how much they've managed to just save space.
Yeah, to work around the limitations of it. I think that was it was a very smart idea of Nintendo to go, okay, how can we push the boundaries of the system? They do that for every single system. There are a bunch of different examples of that, but yeah.
Yeah, they know their consoles in and out.
Mm-hmm. For RAM, I'm guessing about 16 gigs because to run all this system, first of all, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is going to be a home system. There are multiple options whether or not we want to do like a Switch 2 or things, but I'm gonna take this as a Switch 2 / a Switch home almost. Is kind of the idea that I'm going for this. But let's get into these special features of this system. What I envisioned is it's going to play all Nintendo discs from GameCube to the Wii U, everything. And it can also play cartridges with adapters that you'd place on the bottom of the system, kind of like the 64DD or the Game Boy Player for the GameCube. So from that, you'll just be able to slide the NES, N64, SNES, Game Boy, cartridges, everything in there. And this is going to be your all-in-one Nintendo system to be able to play all of your games in one place. Now, with this, I think it would be cool if they brought over Switch Online, but now it's going to make a bit more sense why, but it would now cost $60 a year. And it would be retitled to Nintendo Online, okay? Now, this is not written down. This is just an idea that I just now had. The games that you insert into your system will be able to be dumped to your system, and they will be able to play just from there. You'd only ever have to put your game in once, scan it in.
Nintendo wouldn't like that.
I know, but then again, it would also be a big piracy issue. But
yeah, people would probably find a way around the only on.
Yeah,
but
still, this is my Nintendo system.
Yeah, it's a dream console.
This is my Nintendo
system. Right.
But yeah, from there, games from like the NES to the GameCube could be streamed to your system with Nintendo's cloud service add-on to the Switch Online for only $15 more. Kind of like how Xbox does their cloud service with that, because that is it's a very good service, and I would love to see Nintendo do something like that. I want them to add in a bunch more things to the Switch Infinity. And with that, I would like to see Miiverse have a comeback with like a few more possibilities, AI mods to ensure maximum safety, if I wanted to use that, for lack of a better word, just to keep it safe. I don't know how I'm supposed to
keep it safe for the kids.
Keep it safe for the kiddos. Yeah.
Yep.
This is a service for 9-year-olds only. Don't come here. No, but I think it would be cool, like we were just talking about the 64 wireless controller. If this system had wireless controllers for every single Nintendo system in the past, for NES, SNES, 64, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, whatever really, it would be cool to play all your favorite retro classics in the most authentic way possible, because there's not a lot of good authentic ways to play retro games unless you want to whip out the old system with an old fuzzy TV and the old controller, old cartridge, and there's no guarantee that it's going to work. So you want an option that works in the most authentic way possible from an official company that's actually showing it. And if you don't want to do all that, hey, piracy is an option. You can go to prison for a few years.
The whole concept of it kind of fits with the name Nintendo Infinity as well. The fact that you got all the not infinite options. Consoles that you could
infinite possibilities.
Everything. It's like
and that could even be like a monetization, an advertising bit. Sorry to cut you off.
It's like if it's like Smash Ultimate, but a Nintendo console. That's really cool.
Yeah, everyone is here, including the Nintendo 64 DD. Finally, if we would do a Switch 2, I would want a wireless dock. I'm just saying right now, I'm stealing this idea from Switch Stop. They did a fun video about the Switch 2. And what I think it could be cool if you could just bring your Nintendo Switch to a system or to a friend's house. And you know, like the little Amazon Fire TV sticks that you just plug into the back of a TV? Well, imagine if you just wirelessly transmitted that to a TV immediately from there. So it would almost be like a Wii U, but a portable Wii U.
Nice.
And just don't add 3D World on there, and we're fine.
I didn't manage to come up with a name, so basically I just have the Nintendo ... I'm kind of thinking that this would be like kind of like the Switch, home and portable. Game base, it would be cartridge and disc hybrid. I think like what would be cool is if it was in like the home mode, then you could have like the cartridge slots on the dock instead of the actual console.
Yeah.
That way, when you take it out, you can't play your cartridge games unless you're at home. That makes sense? Like old cartridge games.
Oh, like older games. Okay.
I genuinely don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't thought about this that much. Storage and RAM, we're just going max out 2 terabytes. It's my dream. Okay,
Nice.
removing the necessity of getting an SD card. You don't need an SD card anymore. Infinite RAM, legit. It doesn't matter. No, I'm kidding. We'll say like 64.
Is this a PC? Is this?
You know what? Maybe it is a PC. Here we go. Backwards compatible. I want it to be backwards compatible with all disc-driven consoles, and can also play Nintendo Switch games because the new cartridges have notches similar to the Nintendo 3DS games.
Okay, that could be cool.
So, yeah, just kind of like the DS, but my dream Nintendo console would have the same account structure as the Nintendo Switch, making all digital purchases from the Switch able to be downloaded on the console. It would just kind of remove the whole, you have to make a new account. Just kind of the idea behind the Wii U Nintendo Soul X will be brought back with Switch games re-released on the console with cheaper prices.
That's a good idea.
I heard. I'm kind of just pulling all these ideas from different places. Revamped Mii Maker, 100%.
Yeah.
Either you got to bring the Mii's back, or just get rid of them completely. I think it'd be great if they were back.
And if they do
Revamped
bring
Mii
them
Maker,
back, please
beautiful.
put some music in the background, please.
Yeah.
It sounds
eShop music. There we go.
deadly.
eShop music.
Yeah. eShop. Just bring back the eShop.
It's just the me like staring at you.
Yeah,
no
just
music.
like
creepy.
it's trying to kill you. Like you don't know if it's going to kill you or not. And that's the fun thing about Nintendo. We're for kids.
Yeah. For kids. Yeah.
And they've hidden the Mii Maker in settings as well on the Switch, which
so it's a
sucks.
lot harder.
Kind of,
it's a lot harder to do.
I feel like it almost demonstrates that they're caring less about Mii's nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
At least
especially
not as
with
much
the Nintendo Switch Sports, how they just almost got rid of Mii's and just changed them. You still have Mii's, but they just look entirely different.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
There's I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a little cheat code that you can put into Switch Sports where it makes every it changes the sports mates back into Mii's. So you've just got Mii's. Everything's Mii's. There's no more sports mates.
I had heard of it.
Okay.
I haven't done it, but I've heard of it. So I might do that because I have it.
I think I heard that from your Mii video actually.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my most recent video. That was interesting. I had to make that while I was away, so I had to get some help from my friend to help edit it and stuff, because I had no time.
Yeah.
Okay. Street Pass need to be on the system, no question. It would be very convenient for old games brought to the new one, like Tomodachi Life, Spa Pass, and Street Pass would be incredible. Themes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
no questions, themes, and there would be the wonderful ability to have multiple consoles and not have to be connected to the internet to use the non-dominant console. I don't know, maybe they could do like a kind of like the Switch Lite, where they don't have the dock.
Yeah.
Actually, moving into my next point, it's a laptop.
Oh no.
Not really. It is a laptop, Josiah. You're right.
Nintendo is Microsoft.
Oh. It looks like a cross between the Switch and the 3DS. I saw a rumor about this online, since apparently Nintendo created a trademark for the concept or something.
Huh.
I don't remember. I think I did see somewhere that it was like it looked a lot like the 3DS, but also the Switch. Not really sure.
Yeah.
I just know it'd be awesome.
It would be really
The
cool.
console
I think I know
will
what you're talking
separate-
about. Is it kind of like the Joy-Cons are still on the outside, but the screen in the middle is just the folding part? So it can be completely in like a clamshell, and the controllers are still sticking out on the outside, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I saw
don't
something
know.
like that.
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. That could be cool too. Yeah, the console will be able to separate its screens, and the dock would have 2 separate slots for each. So then you could
Nice.
just leave the screen behind.
That could be cool.
Just bring. Yeah.
Bringing
I don't know.
controllers to
That's
friends'
all.
houses, and that could be fun.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about the Joy-Cons and the Pro controllers. Just kind of completely skipped those.
Yeah.
Just no
I might start
controllers.
with those then.
Awesome.
So for my one, I've taken a lot of ideas from my Switch 2 video. So I've tried to make a dream console while still kind of being a little bit within the realm of reality, except for
Right.
except for the wireless dock part, which I'll talk about later. That's just for fun because I like the Wii U a lot.
Yeah. Same.
But for the controllers, I think there's a lot of redundancies that could be made, especially with the IR scanner. It's never used. No one uses it ever.
Yeah,
Nintendo
right.
doesn't use it. They put it in a few games. I remember it was in 1-2 Switch and Ring Fit Adventure as well, actually. It could semi-accurately scan your heartbeat. Not very well, but yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So get rid of that. And then there's a bunch of space down at the bottom, and I put speakers in that in my video. A lot of people
Yeah.
pointed
I did
out
see
that it'll get covered by your palms when you're using it, which is very true. So I guess it could only really be used for like if it's in the grip, and then your palms are covering it. I think it's cool because I miss the Wii Remote speakers.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
Like in Mario Galaxy, you get all the sounds, and basically every Nintendo game.
Yeah, just like the most corrupted sounds possible. It's a me! Yeah, it's... I want to hear that belted at 3 a.m. in my mom's
Yeah.
garage.
Man.
It's... yeah.
Then again, the Switch controllers, they have their own like workaround to making sounds using HD Rumble
Yeah.
in a few games. I think most recently it's been in Mario Wonder. You can walk along like note blocks, and the controllers will actually make the sounds of those notes, which is really cool. You just can't hear it very well unless you actually, put your ear up to the controller.
Yeah, I know Game Builder Garage did that, which was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I think it was in a Kirby game as well, actually.
Oh, really? Wow.
Like you could place it on the desk or a table, and that's how it kind of amplifies it, and it just plays the Kirby song, which had, like I think it's the theme. I don't actually know. I don't play Kirby.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
So that's for the controllers. A lot of I'll just start with the wireless dock. I think it's the most outlandish part. In my video, I essentially said, what if you could kind of just use the Switch and have it connect to the TV through a wireless dock? There'd still be the option to have it plugged in if you wanted to, and then just use it that way. Maybe get some kind of power boost or whatever. But if you've got a wireless dock, then you can essentially use your Switch as a Wii U gamepad, which gives you a second screen
True.
and would
Yeah.
allow backwards compatibility for, Wii U games and even DS games.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. You could do DS, 3DS even, but that would kind of lose the 3D feature. But hey, 2DS did it. Who cares?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be really cool. But it has so many problems that it obviously it's just a dream of mine, because battery life would be a huge issue, latency, probably there's so many Wi-Fi and Bluetooth signals in your room, it will probably cause interference and the video might not look as good.
Yeah.
And you'd have to be transmitting probably from the Switch to the dock, which means the Switch is doing all the processing, and that will make things difficult.
Yeah.
But still, in a perfect world, I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, that could be really cool.
As to the more realistic stuff, for storage, I've put 128 gigabytes because that seems reasonable. I mean, it's so cheap to get flash storage these days. Nintendo would just do that, and that's almost low, I think. But it's Nintendo. But I could see them offering a more pro version, like they did when they offered the black Wii U and the white Wii U. You could get more storage with a more expensive version.
Nice.
Yeah.
And for RAM, I've put 12 gigabytes. Most modern consoles and systems could do with 16, and that's nice. But again, it's Nintendo. I think 12 is at least a bit realistic, and they can optimize their games and stuff. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think they could do fine with 12. I think there's actually a rumor at one point saying that it would feature 12, which compared to the Switch's 4, there's plenty.
That's horrible. On my phone.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Apple does a similar thing as well, actually. My 14 Pro Max has, I think, 6 gigabytes of RAM, but because they're so, smart with their efficiency and stuff, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It never gets away.
Yeah.
DLSS is a must, and it's such a Nintendo way of approaching 4K, I think, because it's cheaper, it's less resource intensive, it doesn't use as much power, I don't think, and you don't have to use a super powerful chip to do it. It's just a very Nintendo-y way of achieving 4K, and it'll probably have very similar results to native 4K, with a bunch of benefits of efficiency, and probably in handheld mode as well. I was thinking you could probably, I don't quote me on this because I don't entirely understand DLSS, but I was thinking you could maybe run the game at 720p in handheld mode and then just upscale it to 1080 if the screen had a 1080p screen.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It feels like a very Nintendo thing to do.
Yeah. 120 hertz display as well on the Switch's screen. They've gotten so cheap recently, and if it is actually rumored to be LCD, I think they should at least make it 120 hertz.
Yeah.
If they're downgrading from the OLED from the Switch, that'd make a huge difference. The only thing is, it would, require more power, and most people are playing on a 60 hertz TV, so it would be kind of weird going from 60 to 120 and having to optimize the game for both different refresh rates.
Yeah, you're trying to transition.
Yeah, but still, in my dreams.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I've also written down every software improvement that people want. I think it's a really easy way to make a good system. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo would actually be holding this stuff for the next system, and that's why they haven't put themes and stuff on the normal Switch. Hold it for the next system. Everyone's like, they care about us, and then everyone's going to buy the system, because a lot of Nintendo fans don't like Nintendo, which is kind of counterintuitive. And I think they know that. So, themes, I don't know how they'd probably charge you for it or make it free within Switch Online or Nintendo Online, whatever they'd call it. You could get these free versions maybe monthly, just the basic Mario, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Zelda.
Yeah.
And then you could maybe buy some more advanced ones, maybe animated and whatever. It's such a Nintendo-y thing to have themes, and it's a shame they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, especially with the Switch, just black and white. It's kind of boring.
Oh, yeah. They definitely went with the modern trend of minimalism. And I think that's kind of... I think it's kind of phasing out, actually. I've noticed, at least with a lot of recent tech things, they're kind of moving back a little bit to to skeuomorphism, which is basically, things look a bit more realistic. They're slightly 3D, like icons and stuff. So Nintendo could, I'd like to see that on the Switch too. Some more like 3D looking app icons and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously improvements to Switch Online as well. One thing that is a major gripe of mine is playing online with friends. It doesn't connect you to a server. It just connects you directly to the other person's system. So if one person lags, everyone lags, which really is annoying.
It really is.
And it's an easy fix.
True.
If you're paying for online, some of that money should go to running servers and fixing that for people. Voice chat, party chat as well. Every other console has this. Even the Wii U had it actually. In a few, well, no, they didn't actually. They had like a version of FaceTime. I remember. Did you guys have a Wii U?
I have one, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I've been playing it.
Did you
I
ever
want to
try
get
the?
one though.
Did you try the video chat feature?
I was a little bit later in the Wii U game. I was begging for a Wii U when the Switch was already 2 years old.
I got it. I remember getting it for Christmas. I think in 2013 or 2014.
Oh wow.
That's cool. And I didn't have like any of, it was such an underdog back then. I didn't have any other of the major consoles. So all my friends had Xbox, and PS4.
Right.
And I had this Wii U, which a few of my friends had actually. I think more than most people did. Another thing I've written down is to have the option for every first-party Switch game to take advantage of Switch 2 features in an update. So they'll probably do this account switching feature, so you can just transition quite easily from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. At least that's what I want them to do. And if you do that, I want a notification to pop up saying, hey, you can download a software update for all of these games to make it run better on the Switch 2. And then these games can all be updated with, better graphics, maybe ray tracing, higher frame rates, things like Breath of the Wild and stuff.
Yeah, that could be
Just
cool.
instantly, just with an update.
I like that idea.
And entirely reasonable as well. But who knows?
Yeah.
And that saves you from buying like a Switch 2 version of the game. I could see them do that actually. I could see them.
Yeah, either one is a very big Nintendo-y thing to do.
Yeah. You'd have to buy a Switch 2 version to get all the upgraded stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe or something.
Deluxe, the third, twice removed Junior. Now, I have a secret that I've been keeping from all of you. What we're going to do is we are going to combine all of the ideas into one list. Has to have at least 3 of the big special features and something that we can all agree on, okay?
Nice.
Okay.
So, first of all, what are we going to name this new Nintendo system?
Oh. Well, 2 of us haven't named ours, so.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, when I first saw yours, Endo, I thought, what if we called it the Switch U? So, we're going.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Nintendo Switch
I see that all the
U.
time in my comments.
I didn't even know that. I go through your comments quite a bit.
Nice.
I don't think I've been on there for a while, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, Switch U.
Yeah,
Nice.
the Switch U. There we go. What is
Beautiful.
the game base? Are we going to use carts or discs?
My vote would be cartridges, just because I think
Same.
all of ours, we've said are handheld, possibly. Was the
Yeah.
Infinity handheld?
Kind of. It had it had handheld and portable options. So I'm thinking like it could be like a dual release system.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It could, the dock could have a disc reader if it's handheld, and then, the handheld can only do cartridges, and then
Oh, that
a
could be
disc
cool.
reader in the dock is, discs are quite big.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Now, how much storage is going to be on this system?
There's 2 128s and 1 2 terabyte.
So
Maybe
let's
meet in the
split
middle
it.
somewhere.
Let's split it. 1
terabyte.
terabyte. 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte.
1 terabyte.
1 terabyte of storage. How much RAM are we giving this
Solid.
system?
Well, because I said infinite, there's really no way to, go in between.
Infinity minus 1, infinity minus 2.
Right.
So
right.
how about we do 64 gigs of RAM?
Nice.
Sure.
Because we're
That's
just
awesome.
going all out. faceplates. If this is a Switch 2 or the Switch U, I want to have faceplates, kind of like the Game Boy Micro and the new Nintendo 3DS XL had. And I want to see movable faceplates so you can switch what it looks like. I unintentionally made that Switch pun. I'm so sorry. But you'll be able to change what the outside of your system looks like. So then you can have it like a neon color, or you can have a custom one, or you can have all this stuff. You can have Nintendo make custom ones for you for like $20. Send them to you. There you go. You can do the exact same thing for the Joy-Cons, but it would be a bit harder to do.
Spot Pass and Street Pass.
Yeah, that I think it's a good idea because Spot Pass was a very wanted feature on the 3DS, and it was a very underused feature. They could have done so much more with it. So
yeah. No one's ever done anything like it really.
Yeah.
Except actually, Apple. I don't know if any other companies did this, but Apple did this thing during COVID where if you walk by someone who's had it, your phone will communicate with theirs and it will tell you. That's kind of like Street Pass.
Huh.
But a bit less, bit more depressing.
That's cool.
But
it's
cool
also scary.
concerning.
Scary because Apple does it. It's a lot cuter when Nintendo does it. Hi, I'm Nintendo.
Yep.
I'm here to take your social security number. Oh, here you go. Yeah, but when Apple does it, that's a whole nother thing. That's just, yeah. It's a good idea. I like it.
Awesome.
And Endo, what do you got?
I think for my special feature, I'm probably gonna. I want to build off of the faceplate thing actually.
Okay.
Because with the faceplate thing on the back, it could mean that you could have some internal parts exposed, like the battery. I would really like hot swappable batteries. So if you're a super intense gamer and your battery runs out, just slap a new one in, and then you're good to go again.
Yeah.
Maybe
that
you
could be
can.
cool. That could be cool. I like that.
Maybe you could charge multiple batteries on the dock somehow as well. So you just have some ready.
Like just have like
That's
a base for the dock where you can have the dock sit in there, but also like have batteries being able to sit in there.
Yeah.
That could be
So you
cool.
can game forever.
I like that. It's a good idea. One final thing. How much is the system gonna be?
£1. $1.
$1. £1, $1.
Fundraiser. I'm kidding.
And with that out of the way, I'm Josiah.
And I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Endo.
And this is Gaming Corner.
Corner.